Hello everyone! Being the first ever live action Pokemon movie, you can bet your ass I was excited when Detective Pikachu was announced back in 2018. So much so that I saw the movie in cinemas the weekend it released. Here's a picture of me next to Pikachu from the day I saw the film. Just look at this little happy chappy. Now, over the weekend, I rewatched Detective Pikachu for the first time since I saw it in cinemas that day. And although I admit it doesn't have the most amazing writing in the world, I couldn't help but gawk at some of the beautifully amazing realistic Pokemon designs. And of course, you've read the title of this video, so you know that those designs are exactly what we're going to be talking about today. That's right. Welcome to my video ranking every single Pokemon design seen in the Detective Pikachu movie. Before we begin, I must note that there are a few Pokemon that appear in the movie for a very split brief second, or only appear in the very far background where you can't really see them, and they will not be appearing in this video, as how can I judge a design if I can't even see it properly? But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get stuck right in. Okay, so we're starting off with the man himself, Detective Pikachu. Now, they kind of had to get this one perfect, really, didn't they? Because they had to take this design and make it into stuff like marketable plushies and things like that. And I mean, just look at it. It's adorable. So, Detective Pikachu? Yep. S rank, of course. The whole success of the movie kind of relied on that design looking good. If Detective Pikachu himself looked ugly, then the movie wouldn't have done nearly as well. And for that, he deserves to go in S rank. As there are like 50 of these, don't expect too much of a deep analysis of most of them. These are just my initial thoughts looking at them here. If I was going to go amazingly in depth on every single Pokemon, then you wouldn't be seeing this video until like next year or something crazy. Moving on, we have Psyduck, another one of the main Pokemon in this movie. And I feel like they got his design pretty good, once again, because he's a main character, but not quite as good as Pikachu. There's something very, like, scary about the eyes. They're very off-putting. I know that's what Psyduck looks like. Those are Psyduck's eyes. I guess some designs work better in this art style than others. So, although there's not much they could have done here, Psyduck just doesn't work as well as Pikachu. So, he's going to have to go in A+, I think. Now, the main antagonist of the movie, Mewtwo. Yeah, again, this is another one that really, like, it's just really unnerving when you make it realistic. Because I get this is what he's supposed to look like. Like, this is Mewtwo. But again, realistically, he's just really creepy, isn't he? Again, I'm going to have to put this with Psyduck. Just a little creepy. But, you know, that's Mewtwo. That's what he would look like if he was real. Now we have Snubble. And they've sort of made Snubble look like a puppet. Like, with his mouth, it kind of something like an animatronic you'd see in, like, Star Wars or something like that. And I quite appreciate that, because it makes it look more like it's designed from the games, while still looking realistic. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to say S rank here. That is Snubble. He looks partially realistic, like a realistic bulldog. He partially looks like Snubble. It's kind of perfect, really. Snubble's design clearly works in this art style, so he's gonna get an S from me. Magikarp, and what can I say? He's a fish. It works. Like, what more could they have done, really? There's nothing I would change about this design, so another S. These guys did some really good work. I know they got some fan artists to work on realistic designs for this movie as well, so that's really cool, and clearly shows that a lot of love went into these designs. So, yeah, Magikarp, S rank. Greninja. Now, with this one, I don't think it's quite as good as the Pokemon we've had so far. There's just something up with his face. I think that is what Greninja's face looks like, I guess. Sorry if this sounds like the exact same thing I said about Psyduck and Mewtwo. It's probably going to be a running theme that I feel like a lot of these Pokemon, yes, this is what they look like, but it doesn't really work in a realistic setting like this. They just look creepy as all hell. So, Greninja, I'm going to put him in a B, just because his face is just so... He looks just disgusting, especially in the movie. I just remember the scene with Lucy and his tongue. Surely there's some dodgy fan art of that scene somewhere on the internet. Now, Mr. Mime. I don't like him when he's not realistic, let alone when he is realistic. He's absolutely disgusting. Just look at that face. He looks like a Thomas train if they took the nose away. Please get this out of my sight. It looks like it's going to hurt me and maybe my children. If I had any children. I don't have any children, so it's not going to hurt them. But if I did, I think it would hurt them. So, Mr. Mime, you're going in C tier, mate. I hate you. You're not disgusting, because that's what you look like, but I just... no. And he was in every trailer for this bloody movie as well, I swear. Why the hell would you put that disgusting thing in all of the marketing for this movie? You're gonna scare the kids off, if anything. Like, keep that out of the sequel, please. Sorry, Mr. Mime fans, if you exist. I don't know why you exist. What the do you see in Mr. Mime? I have to censor that out now. Thanks. Now I have editing. Thank you, Mr. Mime fans. I've got to edit out swears now. Slacking. I don't remember him in the movie. I watched the movie like yesterday and I don't remember seeing Slacking at all. You know, he looks like a monkey. He looks like Slacking. I'd say this works better than Greninja because, like, yeah, it's ugly, but like that's what monkeys look like, you know. I'm gonna put that in A tier. I can't wait for someone in the comments to be like, you got some really flawed logic, bro. You like this one for this reason, but that's the reason you hate another design. I don't know, man. Like, that's just how I feel. I can't explain it, I guess. It's just some are good, some are bad, and that's the way it be. It do be that way sometimes. Okay, now we got Ludicolo. I don't know why they made him a waiter in the movie. That seems like a kind of weird choice. I don't know if that's a thing Ludicolo is in the anime. I don't think so. But yeah, this design works really well. I can tell that's Ludicolo. I don't think he looks that much different from how he looks in the actual games, like the actual anime and stuff like that. Yeah, this design works really well. So I'm going to put it on A+ with Psyduck and Mewtwo over there. Now we have overrated pseudo dragon himself, Charizard. This design's quite good. They took his design and gave him like realistic like skin scales, I guess you'd call them. I'm gonna have to give this one an A+, because they kind of took Charizard and combined it with something you'd see from like Game of Thrones, like Daenerys' dragons, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, A+. And we're getting more good ones in a row now. Like, we're getting more good ones. But I think as you get to less mainstream Pokemon, like Charizard, Psyduck, Magikarp, the designs do get a little dodgy, I think. Charmander! I voiced Charmander in the Pokemon anime, you know. The actual voice actor, no. It's just a pen name for me. I voiced Charmander. And, yeah, these designs, that's Charmander. Like, what the hell else do you expect him to look like? So... S, because I don't know anything I would add or take away from that design. It's just perfect. So S tier, in you go, mate. Bulbasaur. I can't do a Bulbasaur impression, so I'm not even gonna bother trying. Again, he's pretty good. Like, look at him, but I don't think he's quite as good as Charmander. So I'm gonna put him in just an A+. Put him there with Charizard and the rest of them. We got Billy's doggo himself, Arcanine. Not much I can complain about here, so again, it's gonna have to go in S tier. Like, that's Arcanine. I can't see any way it can be improved. Can you? Let me know in the comments. No, I'm not paid by the Detective Pikachu designers to say their work's amazing. Their work is just amazing. Moral, I don't remember what generation this Pokemon's from. Is it from Gen 6? Is it from Gen 7? Who knows? Not me. Again, it's Moral. It still looks cartoony, actually, thinking about it. It doesn't look that realistic. Like, it doesn't have any realistic, like, mushroomy textures on it. So, it kind of looks like they've just taken, like, a 3D model from an actual Pokemon game and slapped it into the movie. But, like, it doesn't look off, like it's not supposed to be there. It's just kind of Moral's design. So I mean, since it looks exactly like how it actually looks in the anime and stuff to me, I'm gonna have to give it an S tier, because like you can't really get any better than that, can you? Looking exactly like a cartoony design and a realistic design, like how do you improve on that? Now we've got Ditto, and like I'd be really impressed if they messed Ditto up in this movie. Like, it's a big blob. If they mess this one up, then there's no hope for them. And obviously they didn't. Like, look at it, it's Ditto. So again, another S rank. I really hope there's no more S ranks though, because we're kind of running out of space. So, you know, stop making good designs, please. Evie. Now this one, I remember in the movie, its face, creepy as fuck. Look at it. What's wrong with it? It's looking at me. It's looking into my soul. It looks like an old man. I don't know why, but look at it. It's got no teeth. But, yeah, not a fan of this one, so it's gonna have to go in B. Think about it. Vaporeon and Jolteon weren't in the movie, were they? It was just, Evie and Flareon, which is kind of a cop-out, because Flareon is the one that looks like a bigger Evie, I guess. It's just not that different. So they kind of copped out by not including Jolteon and Vaporeon. And the other ones. Speak of the devil, here it is, Flareon. Looks a lot better than Evie. I don't know why they gave Evie that disgusting face. But Flareon is what Evie should have looked like. Its eyes are still a little creepy. Like, it kind of looks like an alien dog. But, yeah. Still way better than Evie, so it's gonna have to go in A. Dodrio. It's another Pokemon that I don't remember seeing in the movie, but it's probably like the back of its head for like 3 seconds. It doesn't look like a bird per se. Really, it kind of looks like a plush toy of Dodrio more than it does something realistic. But you know, it looks pretty good. It looks like Dodrio. It looks realistic. That's the point. So, A+, I guess. Bouffalant. And yes, this is the best picture I could get of Bouffalant. Complete with unconscious old man in the background. Don't remember his name. A lot of the human characters aren't that memorable really in Detective Pikachu in my opinion. But yeah, Bouffalant, I can't really give it an amazing review. I can't give it an S or an A+ because like I can barely see it. Like they really need to like just upload clear pictures of every single Pokemon in the movie to like a website somewhere, because at the minute there are Pokemon like this that like it's just really hard to see properly, and we want to see these designs. But yeah, Bouffalant, I'll give him an A because there's nothing bad about him, but I can't exactly give him an amazing score if I can't see him that well. He probably shouldn't have been included, but you know, there he is. Audino is kind of terrifying. It kind of looks like an alien and not the cute kind. I kind of hate it. I don't remember its eyes looking that terrifying. I can't say I'm a fan of this one. Like, I know... no, I don't. I think a lot of people agree with me that that's creepy, surely. Let me know down below. Do you find this Audino to be absolutely terrifying like I do? But, yeah, that's gonna go in the B tier with this other abomination. Pidgeot or Pidgeotto. No, that's Pidgeot. I can tell by the yellow feathers. Yeah, the feathers really don't look like feathers. Like the stuff going around there, that doesn't look like furry or anything. It looks hard, which it's not supposed to. Like it looks like it's made out of like clay or something. Maybe this is an animatronic and that's why, maybe? Nah, that's surely it's CGI. It's flying around and stuff in the movie. Yeah, it's CGI. But like, they should have made the main thing. What the hell would you call that? I don't know what you'd call that. But the bloody thing that goes across its head and down to like hair, I guess. It doesn't look like hair. It looks like it's rock solid. So, not a fan of that. So it can't get an S. Let's put it in A with Bouffalant. We haven't got any D's yet. D's nuts. I'm not including that in the video. Someone will unsubscribe if I include that in the video. This is another one that should be cute, but I just think it's absolutely fucking terrifying. Look at it. Just look at its face. No. No. No demon spawn, please. In fact, sorry Emolga, you've caused Mr. Mime and yourself to go down to D rank. Right, go on. Actually, you know, Greninja gets to stay in B. Evie, you're coming down to C. You're just disgusting, mate. What's wrong with your face? Sort it out, chap. And yeah, these two can stay in B. Because at least Audino kind of looks like that anyway. Evie, they could have got it right and they didn't. They just f***ed it up. They could have made Evie look like Flareon, but no. They made him look like fucking the Gremlin. I don't remember the Gremlin's name. What's the Gremlin's name? Someone tell me in the comments. I haven't even watched Gremlins. So yeah, we've moved them about a bit. Have a look. Have a gander. Squirtle! It's Squirtle, but he's got realistic turtle shell textures. It's pretty cool. I like it. His face is kind of demonic and something from a horror movie, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as Evie. Evie kind of looks like it's going to eat my face. So, Squirtle, you get to go in A tier. Roughly, you already know what I'm going to say. Look at its face. It looks like an old woman, and I don't care if that's what Rufflet's meant to look like. It's disgusting. It's going with C. It's going into the group with Evie, the ugly face people. I have nothing against ugly people, but like, I have something against ugly Pokemon. If you're an ugly Pokemon, get off of this video right now. You've been warned. Machamp. His face is also kind of terrifying, but it's not as bad. And I think that's what pandas look like. Not sure. Haven't seen any pandas. Haven't been walking down the street. Counted a panda. Been like, alright mate, hello, how's it going? You're a panda. I'm a panda. No, I don't live in China. Or wherever pandas live. I haven't been to the zoo recently either. So yeah, I think I'll give him a B tier. Jigglypuff! Jigglypuff! It's Jigglypuff. I know there were a lot of memes about how he looks terrifying back when this movie first came out. But I don't think he looks that bad. It's just the eyes. So once you get past the eyes, overall this design's pretty good. I mean, it's hard to mess Jigglypuff up. It's just a circle. So, Jigglypuff, you get to go in B tier. You get to join the Disgusting Eye Squad. Disgusting Eye Squad, rise up. Apom. I absolutely hate how they made Apom look in this movie. I like Apom a lot, so I'm kind of strict on this, I guess. But like, especially how Apom is in the movie, how he gets like poisoned, I guess you'd say, by the R stuff, the R powder, whatever you'd call it. And he just becomes demonic. So, not a big fan of Apom in this movie. He's kind of disgusting, kind of terrifying. I don't even think he looks like a monkey, really. Like, he kind of just looks like a noseless person. So, yeah. That's gonna go in C tier, because it's not that terrifying. It ain't Mr. Mime's level. It ain't gonna, like, show up at the end of your bed at 3 AM. But, you know, he's pretty terrifying. He might show up at the end of your bed at 6 AM and wake you up. It would be a bit terrifying. But, you know, you were gonna get up around about then anyway, so, you know. It's not that bad. It's like, thanks Apom, I guess. I'm only an hour early, but, you know, what can you do? What am I talking about? I've got no idea. I'm going mental. But yeah, Apom in the C rank. What will he do? Licky dunk. You guys ever seen those, like, renders you see online where it's like, this is what Patrick Star would look like in real life, and it's like BuzzFeed title? That's what this looks like. And it's disgusting. And I know in the movie, they play it off for laughs, like he licks the main character's name, whatever the hell the main character was called, I forgot now. But, yeah, I know they play it off in the movie as being disgusting, so it gets kind of leeway there, I guess. But, yeah, who can be a fan of that? Like, just look at it. Just look at it, really. Look at it. It's disgusting. So, yeah, sorry, it's going in D rank. I just think I don't want to look at it. Golok is one of the best. Like, that's Golok. They did it. And I don't even think it's CGI. I think I've seen backstage photos where he's, like, there. Like, he's not CGI. They made a real Golok for this movie, I think. Fun fact about Golok, he's one of the first Pokemon to be designed by a non-Japanese person. And he was actually designed by a British man named James something. I probably should have looked this up, but you know, I'm just saying this fun fact off the top of my head. I didn't do research here. But yeah, the first ever non-Japanese person to design a Pokemon was British, like me. So, you know, I like Golok a little bit more as well for that. But yeah, Golok's getting S tier because, you know, this looks good, doesn't he? Kingler. He looks like a crab. He looks like a Kingler. He's kind of disgusting. His face has got a lot of disgusting stuff on it. Probably like a crab. But I don't really like crabs. Like, they're kind of disgusting. Somebody's going to take that out of context. Oh boy. I hate Twitter. I guess he gets a C because, like, he doesn't... I don't like his design, but, like, that's Kingler, I guess. Did I call him Krabby before? I don't remember. Snorlax. He's pretty good, you know. He's a cute little bear boy. For some reason, that's not how I imagine Snorlax looking. I don't know what's off about him. There's something off about him. I think it's the colour of, like, the fur on his, like, face and belly area. I think the colour's a bit off. I'm not sure. But there's something off about him, and I can't tell what it is, so he's not quite an S tier. He's just an A+, in my opinion. I also imagined him being quite a lot bigger than that. Like, surely Snorlax is bigger, right? I'm not the only one who thinks this. He should be, like, way bigger. So that's another reason he's not like scale properly, I don't think. Like Snorlax is meant to be massive, isn't he? Like I just imagine Snorlax being a lot bigger than that personally. Like he looks like he's about 4 foot there. Snorlax should be like massive. Like he blocks roads, remember? But yeah, decent enough. A+. Machamp, the man in briefs himself. He kind of looks cartoony. Like he doesn't look realistic, really. Like he looks like Machamp, but like there's not really much realism to him. He looks like a up-resed model from the games. He doesn't look that realistic to me. So he's gonna go in and like he's humanoid. The humanoid Pokemon are always kind of with me. Like I'm not a big fan of them. So they're gonna go. He can go in A tier. I don't like him as much as I like Snorlax and the ones in A+, but he's not bad, so A tier. Pangoro. I don't know why he wasn't with Machamp. I'm stupid. Don't like his face. Like I know Pangoro is meant to look fierce, but like I don't think he's meant to look evil. Like I don't remember him looking that nasty. So, because I'm obviously just thinking about what Pangoro looks like from memory right now. I don't have a picture of Pangoro up on my screen. I'm going to put him in A tier, because there's nothing awful about him, but again, not a fan. Loudred. That's Loudred. There's not much argument there. It looks like Loudred. I absolutely hate the way he's animated in the movie. Like, it really puts me off. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, keep that away from me. It's kind of like the way it like beatboxes and its mouth moves and stuff. It reminds me of Crazy Frog, actually. Can we get an edit where Loudred's Crazy Frog? It's even music related. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to give him an A+. Like, they got it down really well. In fact, I'm going to move Pangoro down because, like, I don't like him as much as I like some of the other ones that are in A, so he's going to get moved down. In fact, I'm going to move Slacking down as well. These two just aren't as good as the other ones, in my opinion. We've got about 10, 15-ish left, if I'm just counting them right from the side of my screen. And this next one is Blastoise. That is the only look we have of him from the movie, so thanks, guys. He's pretty close to the camera, but he's like he's there for like a split second and then he does a spin thing. He's fighting a Gengar, if I remember. I'll put him in B tier. He gives off the same sort of vibes as Pangoro and Slacking to me, where I just kind of think he's ugly, but like there's not much that can be done. He's not a true crime to humanity like this next one. My favourite Pokemon is Gengar. That is insulting to me. What the hell is wrong with his face? He looks like he just murdered 8 people and is absolutely over the moon about it. I don't care if they were going for a creepy thing because he's a ghost. In my opinion, his regular anime and game design isn't creepy. Like, I've got... Where is it? Oh, look at him here. I don't think he's creepy in his regular form. This is my favourite Pokemon, guys, and I just think he's cool. This on the screen is not cool. That's terrifying. This is cool. Maybe I'm biased because it's my favourite Pokemon, but I hate this. I want this to go away. So it's going in D tier. Goodbye, Gengar. Please don't come back for a sequel unless you've sorted your face out, mate. Gyarados. He looks like a realistic Gyarados. There's nothing really wrong with it, so let's put it in A tier. I'm starting to see that, like, I put the ones I had more to say about first, so as this video gets, like, goes on and on, I'm probably going to have less to say. Like, I either like them or I don't, and then, yeah, scaling. Cubone. Now, this one's pretty perfect in my opinion, like the realistic skull, and then you don't see its face, because obviously a lot of the ones I hate, the thing I hate about it is the face, but you can't really see Cubone's face. The whole point is that it's covered by its mother's skull. So, this one's getting pretty high from me. It works really well, so A+. It looks like Cubone. Can't argue with that. Trico. Okay, now this one is another one. It just looks like Trico. Not a fan of his tail. His tail kind of looks like 2 cucumbers. Kind of got a disgusting texture to him. But, you know, he's a lizard. Lizardy-like texture. That's another S tier for me. Like, that's what Trico looks like. Nothing they could have done better there. Artillary. Now, why is he at some sort of sushi stand? Why would an octopus be making fish? That's questionable as hell, but, you know, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about his design, or what I can see of his design anyway. And from what I can see, it doesn't really look that realistic. It doesn't have a realistic eye either. It literally looks like Artillary. I don't know why with some designs they went over the top with the face and the eyes and made it look overly realistic. And then with stuff like Artillary, like, there's nothing realistic about his eye here. That is literally how his eye looks in the drawings. So, yeah, he's gonna have to get an A tier. Because it's not like I can see the rest of him, so he can't get, like, something amazing. But at the same time, like, he's not bad. Perloin, another one I don't even remember seeing in the movie. And this screenshot is from promotional material, not the movie itself. So, God knows where Perloin is in the movie. In this picture, she kind of reminds me of the cat from Bolt. Mittens? Is it? But yeah, she reminds me of that. I'll give this one an A+. I don't know, man. Something's off-putting about the face. I'm going to put it in B. Sneasel. I like it. It reminds me of the new Sonic movie design for some reason. Like, if this Sneasel showed up in the Sonic movie too as this new Sonic character, it wouldn't look that out of place. So yeah, I think Sneasel, I don't recall its head thing being a feather. Is that just me? Is it definitely a feather? Because I don't remember it being feather. Or having feathers on its back. Do I just not remember what Sneasel looks like? I don't remember it having feathers. My mind's completely gone blank here as to what Sneasel looks like. I'll put him in A+. Torterra, another major part of the movie, so they probably spent a lot more time on his design. Looks more turtley than he does Torterra-y, if that makes sense. He's pretty good though, like that's what realistic Torterra would look like, and I can tell the fan artist is this is one of the designs he worked on. Like, if you look at his old Pokemon designs from DeviantArt or whatever website he used, they look like this. But I don't know, he's not as nice as some of the others, I would say. Like, I'm not a massive fan. I don't know, there's something just off-putting when they take cartoony reptiles and make them realistic. Like Yoshi in the Mario movie, stuff like that. Cartoony reptiles kind of look squishy and not like reptiles, so making them realistic and turning them into actual reptiles is kind of off-putting in my opinion. So I'm going to put him, because he's not bad, but I personally don't like him, so I'm going to put him in B. But for the record, this doesn't mean I don't like the Pokemon in general, it just means the design in Detective Pikachu I don't like. I don't remember this one in the movie either, but you know, it doesn't even look realistic at all. It just looks like Togepi. In fact, it looks like a figurine of Togepi. Let's put it in, because like, can I really say it's a good Detective Pikachu design if it doesn't even look like it's from Detective Pikachu? I don't know. Let's put it in A tier, because I like it, but I don't know if it would really like count as something amazing for Detective Pikachu, but you know, that's that. And last but not least, another one of my favourite Pokemon, Totodile. I think they're translated in really well. I don't know how, but like they managed to make him realistic looking while still keeping all the primary elements that make up Totodile. So I think I'm going to have to give this one an A+. Because he still has a few of the things where, like, again, like I said before, where you take a cartoon reptilian and then you make it a realistic reptilian, it kind of takes away some of the cuteness and makes it a little disgusting. But I think he's better than most of the other reptilians in the movie, apart from Trico. So, A+. And here it is, my final rankings for the realistic Pokemon designs seen in the Detective Pikachu movie. Let me know some of your favourites and least favourites in the comment section below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thanks guys, see ya.